night or month that you could be involved in one project or you're impassioned on one. You don't have to sit on committee all year long to help out and to become involved in it.
The Ombudsman program scored 2 successful resolutions.
Yes. FAAR Academy had 172 classes this year, serving nearly 5,000 students. That include the free Marches for Members classes and the expos.
It is. Sometimes ordinances and laws and regulations pass, and it's very important that you're aware of them. You don't want to unintentionally break a rule, and ignorance of the law is no excuse. So besides your 16 hours or your 30 hours, besides your certifications, designations, just bringing you general information that you need to run your business is definitely a goal of the education. Anytime a law passes, you're going to need classes.
So for those who are aware, YPN is the Young Professionals Network. The purpose really, ultimately, is to generate leadership. It's a good introduction to the association. It's a good introduction to how the industry works and what options and positions are available as you progress in your career. We certainly focus on advocacy. We focus on technology. Education is a big piece of philanthropy.
The other thing I want to talk about is our card. We called it FAAR card. Did you see it as you came up? And some people might say, you bought a car? And we did get some of that. However, you need to look at it as a mobile app, so to speak, because that car is going to be out and about. Its first engagement is the Christmas parade, which is in early December.
Could you imagine having to navigate the sign process, the building permit process, right? Every time you had a listing that went longer than 60 days. So Stafford County is looking at redoing their sign ordinance. Places across the country have to redo their sign ordinances because the Supreme Court had a ruling in 2015 that said it could be discriminatory to regulate signs based on the words on the sign. So for sale, for lease. Now, are those words discriminatory? No, but it could be if your regulation is based on content. So when you're looking at a lot of these ordinances, if you read through Stafford's, if anybody's taken that exciting read of the Stafford County sign ordinance, it is all based on the words on the sign. House of worship, for sale, special business, different things. So it's all based on the words on the sign. So they are kind of freaking out because if their ordinance were to be challenged, it might not hold up in court right now. It's not a good position for them to be in. So they're looking at redoing their sign ordinance, and many jurisdictions are. So when they redid their ordinance, they said, okay, how do we have to treat all signs the same since we can't back out anything for the words on the sign. So what is going to work for us? And they've also been getting some complaints about those bandit signs, the signs that are in the median, the signs along the side of the road in the right-of-way. People don't like them. Nobody likes to drive up and down Route 1 or 17 and see all these ugly singles and this and puppies for sale and you buy junk cars. So they took this opportunity to try to address this. And they said, okay, anybody can put a sign up for 60 days. That would be a temporary sign. After 60 days, you need to get a sign permit. Who here would have to get a sign permit because your listings are up for longer than 60 days? Right? Everybody. So that's clearly problematic for real estate. When the median days on market is 57, 58 days, 60 days does not work. Stafford's having some trouble wrapping their head around this. They want to make sure they're doing it legally, and they want to make sure that they're not giving an exemption that isn't going to hold up in law. They do not want to get real estate caught up in all this, but they don't know how to do it. So I've worked with them, gone through, and we as a board, FAAR, has approved language that we sent to the board and said, hey, this is how we think we can do this. We sent them actual model language that said, listen, all we have to do is say, a temporary sign is still 60 days, so if somebody wants to put up they have boxer puppies for sale, great, after 60 days they need to get a permanent sign for that. And then we're putting in the ordinance, it says, unless otherwise specified in the law. So when you read farther down in the law, it will say, for properties actively marketed or actively for lease, for sale or lease, you can have a sign up. We are looking at a sizing restriction. They don't want huge signs everywhere, so we're looking at 10 square feet, which the board felt like was big enough for your signs, some of your riders. Everybody loves, honey, I stopped the car, and under contract, we want those riders to be able to be out there. So I think we're at a point now with Stafford where they're going to take our language and put it in their sign ordinance and that we're gonna be good. And that is really what I consider a real victory for our PAC. If this was passed and I was getting a call from Pam Cooper saying, oh my gosh, I know I'm gonna have this property in rural Stafford County that's gonna be for sale longer than 60 days. FAAR, how did you let this happen? We have failed if we're fighting something after it's already a problem in your market. When we can fix it before it ever becomes an issue, that is the real, I think, power of our association and certainly the power of our PAC.
You've got a lower, lighter month that you could be involved in one project or you're impassioned on one. You don't have to sit on committee all year long to help out and to become involved in it.